Hello and welcome to Wildfrost. So, for those of you a bit unfamiliar, this has been on the Steam Next Fest. I have covered it while that was on. This is a roguelike deck builder. Think Slave Aspire, that sort of thing. But it's got a bit of a unique enough twist on the formula that makes it quite interesting. The first thing you'll see, in terms of unique twists, is we've got a choice of character at the start. So rather than picking from a number of preset characters and things, we get to pick one that's somewhat randomly generated. You'll notice when these are made, well, when they're generated, there is a pattern to them. But, so there's generally, from what I've seen at least, there's usually one with a barrage, there's usually one with the generate shell, which basically acts as block, and there's usually a bit of a big bruiser type one. And I think there can be other sort of like archetypes, but they will have randomized stats and things like that. So I'm going to go with Blazok here. So let's go with them. We can also, if we want, rename them. In fact, let's go with, instead of Blazok, I'm going to go with, oh, we have to start on there. Let's go with Blazok. In fact, let's go with that. Okay, so, and you can probably immediately tell the similarities to if you've played like Slave Aspire or things, that it's immediately here. Also, other roguelike deck builders that have been on the channel, things like, I think, should be airing around the same time, if not a bit before this, on the channel. Death Road's Tournament, that sort of thing. So we're going to have a bit of a tutorial to start us off here. So, one of the things that's very different between this and other roguelike deck builders, it doesn't work on a mana system, and it doesn't work on a turn-by-turn system, so to speak. So, we're going to put our companion on the battlefield, like it's saying here. And then we can use our sword to hit the penguin. Now, you'll notice, and it's just telling us here, as this is happening, these little counters at the bottom are counting down. So rather than a turn system, each time we make a move, the counters go down. When they reach 0, then that card takes its turn, so to speak. So it's an initiative system, basically. So let's see, I guess it just wants us to attack again. We'll just do that. There we go. So enemies always attack first. That's useful information to keep in mind. So we'll hit him again. No target to attack, and it resets them. Right. So we can hit the redraw bell. So, it discards our hand. We draw 6 new cards. This action will end, well, it basically, everything, all the counters will go down by 1. Upon doing that, there we go. So that counts as a move. So we can use, and it's just to explain it to us now, you can use it at any time to discard and redraw, but it will end your turn unless it's charged. It becomes charged when the bell's timer reaches 0. So right now we can use a move to redraw, or we can wait for it to become free. And this character that we've selected from the start is representative of us. If they are killed in battle, so if we lose this card, we lose the game. So this character here, this card, must never be destroyed, and they always have to be out on the field. It's almost akin to a game of chess almost, where, you know, we make a move, they make a move, that sort of thing, and we've got to protect our king, or, since it's the last, queen in this case. So, on that note, we'll give them a little heal. There we go. So this is the number of turns until the next wave, in case you're wondering. We've got that information there. So we've got 3 turns until another wave. Now, we're going to apply a snow stick to the wild snoof here. That delays this counter. So it adds time onto the counter. Now, if we... we hit this Chungoon a bit, because when he hits, if he's got all this damage, because he's getting damage per time he's get hit, we don't want him to attack us, basically. So I'm going to hit the wild snoof, and I actually want that to freeze me. Right. You need to defeat the Snow Knight to win the battle. So yep, a boss card has arrived. If we defeat the boss card, all the other enemies will flee. So, by getting ourselves frozen then, that saved us from using our attack. And now we'll get to use it, and Barrage will hit everything along this row. So, we can probably finish off the wild snoof. That means that he's no longer gonna get us covered in snow, which means this guy won't get his attack increased. So that's good for us. The question now is what we're going to do in response. So they're going to hit us for 1. He will be able to hit us for 2. If he gets damaged, it will increase his attack by 2. And we don't want to hit him with snow, because obviously then this guy's going to get his attack increased, which could be a problem. But let's see. In fact, let's redraw, because it's a free action at the moment. So let's see what we get. I think for now, what might be a good idea is to just increase our health by 4, so we'll get a little bit of a heal. And now we've only, so it'll be 2 turns before they attack. We can just finish him off with some scrappy swords. There we go. And now that the leader is dead, the rest run away. And that's basically how the battles flow. So, we've found a journal page. So this is kind of like explaining the lore behind all of this. So, as the snow began to fall and the temperature dropped, we knew it was a storm like no other. As the months went on, the snow lingered and the cold grew harsher. There was no escaping the Wildfrost, as it spread like a wildfire of snow and ice. Many believed the storm had an unnatural source. Brave adventurers set out into the wilderness, determined to put an end to the storm. I too decided to take on the challenge, but like those who came before me, I was unable to penetrate the heart of the storm. If anyone is reading this, use the knowledge within these pages to go forth and bring the sun back to our world. Together we can restore the warmth and light to this frozen land. Right. And that's kind of setting the scene for this. So, we're basically in a frozen land that we're trying to figure out what's wrong. So, yeah, we can inspect the cards here like it's just suggesting to us. I think here, so it deals 8 additional damage to targets covered in snow, or on kill restore 2 hearts to self and allies in the row. So we're going to take Big Berry, because we don't have tons of cards that cover things with snow at the moment, so he says as he gets one. Right, so question here then. So we could go for, let's see, we can go for Shroom, which basically acts as similar to poison in other games. So Shroom damage will basically, this will do 3 damage, then the turn afterwards it'll do 2, then it'll do 1. So we can do that, or we can go for Sunrod, which quickens your so it makes your turn come faster by 2. Or we can apply a Snow Cake. The Snow Cake will basically freeze them for 12 turns. It is ridiculous. But this is consumed on use. So after being used, we can't use it again. It's also worth noting that this can do 1 damage. So, interesting set of things there. I think we'll take the Snow Cake, because we can use that to freeze up particularly dangerous enemies. Right. Let's get our character here. So, you'll have probably noticed as well. Oh, and let's see, you can also expect Kazum. Battle. Yep. So, we've gained a new companion. That's something as well with this. It's not just a deck. You have companions, and these can be, if they die here, they get injured. And that means that they go into the next battle with reduced stats. I don't know if they can be outright killed and removed from your deck, or if they'll just remain injured then until they've had time to heal, but yeah, it is something to keep in mind. So we don't want them to get overly too hurt. So let's see, the Chungoon will it will gain attack if we hit it. So I'm gonna give some healing to my main character here, because it's important that they don't die, since we lose the game if they do. And I can also, since he can't apply snow directly to, well, I mean, it's a damage card that's doing it to him, so we can just kind of go on him with the scrappy swords. We can drag Big Berry over here, as it's suggesting, and then we can use that to heal him. And it doesn't take up our turn, so that's quite nice. We'll get rid of the bear. Right, let's get a new hand. Lovely. So we've got Foxy here. Now, these penguins don't really seem to be doing much. But I'm going to get rid of this bear. Let's slow our character down so this barrage actually hits something. Right, this is something we can do as well. We can move our character up here. We're going to hit Big Pen with the Snow Cake. We're going to redraw, and yeah, that's what I'm looking for. We'll heal, and there we go. Big damage. Now we've got Big Berry in front of our main character. In fact, let's put them all up here. And I think I'm just gonna give these a smack. And we don't have to worry about Big Peng, because Big Peng is snowed in. And that's a win for us. So we've got another journal page. Many years ago, before the eternal winter, a mighty spirit in the sky existed, known as the sun. It was the essence of all light, of all life. Its radiant light provided warmth and nourishment for all living things. It did not last forever. A terrible storm descended upon the land, engulfing the sun, leaving a lifeless cube of ice in the sky. Now all that remains is a faint, empty light that offers no warmth or comfort. So basically, we've gone into a permafrost. Kind of reminds me of the backstory of Frostpunk, or what was it, Banner Saga. Right, so we've got a boss here. And this is where it really starts to look a lot more like Slay the Spire or something along those lines, the other card building, deck building roguelikes. So we have a choice to make. Now we're going to start this with the treasure. Right, ooh, Woodhead is a clunker. They are items that you can place in battles to aid your companions. Right, we're going to go with... I'm liking the flame water. I think we can put that on our Foxy character. On our Foxy companion, and he'll be able to do way more damage then. So we haven't got a lot of money at the moment. We've got 79. So the Bling Snail Cave, as far as I remember, is a shop. Though the Frozen Travellers will be quite nice. It's probably better to go treasure and the charm, because like I said, the shop will probably not be able to purchase much at the moment. Right. So, apply for snow, but reduced by 1 when played. So I can do that. Or I can go for... what's this? Totem of the Goat. Before an enemy attacks, apply 1 demonize to them. Doubles the damage taken. So, that would allow us to... It basically makes enemies vulnerable. Or we can do with a pom bomb. Hits all undamaged enemies. And it hits them for 5. So, interesting. Let's go for Totem of the Goat. Let's give that a go. Then we'll go for a charm. Apply 1 snow. I think we know who that needs to go on. So, if we put this on Foxy, who attacks 3 times each time they attack, then he'll apply 3 snow. You'll notice as well we could put that on all of these other cards as well if we wanted to. And as we see here, they cannot be removed once applied. So we'll head to the boss. Bamboozle. Hits all enemies. We've got Blaze Rock, our champion. Right. And we can place a Totem of the Goat. Now you'll notice Bamboozle has resist snow. Can only have a maximum of 1 snow. This typically happens with a lot of bosses and certain powerful enemies. So we want to watch out for that. So as much as you'd think, ooh, we could perma-stun bosses, no, most are resilient to it. We've got a baby Snowbow there, and we've got, we need to do something about this Winter Worm. Now when he's hit, it reduces attack by 1. But he's going to attack in 5 turns for 8 damage. We need to make sure that he does not do that. So the first thing we can do is just get rid of that. Small fry, we can get rid of him. Let's make sure his damage is reduced. We'll increase our damage a bit. Right. I'm gonna heal. And we're gonna redraw. So we're gonna put Big Berry in. And I think now we will go for Foxy here. I want to get rid of these at the back. These aimless ones hit a random target. So theoretically they could just randomly kill Blaze Rock here. So we don't want that happening. We can also get rid of this Winter Worm now, which we definitely should do. Now we've got a problem, because Bamboozle is going to hit all enemies for free. And that will kill me. So we do have to use a snow stick just to prevent him. Yeah, from hitting us. And now we've got this. Bamboozle. So wild. Gain 1 frenzy when other wild cards are killed. So if one of them dies, the other one will then gain frenzy so that they attack twice. So really, we want to probably kill Bam, because if we kill Boozle, Bam will attack twice for 6 attack. We don't want that. Sure, this guy's going to apply freezes onto us, but it's probably better that than to be hit for 6. So yeah. On that note, we'll move them up here. I'm also wanting to again freeze these. Right. I really want that heal again, but we're not getting it. Right. What we can perhaps do is just try and kill this one off. Ah, that's interesting. He's not got resist snow, has he? Ah. Very interesting, right. And speaking of snow, we definitely want this guy to not hit us like a truck. Let's get Foxy buffed up a bit. So he's got 2 attack now. Now, we have to do something about Bam. Bam is about to attack for 6 twice. That will kill Big Berry and then Blaze Rock. So that's a problem. Right. So we're going to heal Big Berry. Foxy will have to go first ahead. Let's see, 6 turns until Bam goes again. And we need to stop this Winter Worm. Right, we'll just kind of stall them a bit. And yeah, now we're starting to get some damage done. A point to remember as well, if there's no enemies in the opposite row, they'll attack the other row. So we didn't have to really move them there, but just for the sake of things looking neat, I guess. It also doesn't cost anything to move between the lanes, and it can be quite important to do so to avoid taking damage on certain characters. So you'll probably see me moving units between the lanes quite a bit as well here. Now, we can get more card draw, we can make it so we can redraw more often, or can have an additional companion in our deck. I like the idea of more companions. Especially since, as you've seen, we can get injuries. So, we don't want to be forever dealing with injuries. A Muncher will allow us to remove cards, but since we've got a higher companion limit now, and we've got a higher companion limit, we might as well get some more companions. So, Demona here will apply 1 Demonize every 3 turns that will double the damage that a unit takes. We've got Blunky. When deployed, gain 1 block. So it blocks the entire instance of damage. Great against really, really tough units that hit really hard. Terrible against ones that are weak but attack often. And then there's Chomp On. Deal additional damage equal to his shell. So he's got 3 shell, which is basically its block. You know, it's like block or armor in other games. So basically it's like a health bar. On top of his health bar, they'll have to deal 3 damage to that before they can do damage to the health. So he will, assuming that he's not been damaged, deal 4 damage. But we could gain ways to apply shell. I think we're going to go for Demona at the moment. We've got a pretty hard hitting deck. And then we're going to visit the shop. So, Sunlight Drum. Count down your counters by 1 to everyone in the row. Ooh, that's pretty good. Stormbear Spirit. The target must have snow applied to them, but it will hit them for 8 damage. Or Pepper Reaper. Applies 3 spice, which temporarily increases attack, clears after triggering. So their next attack will apply 3 additional damage. This does 2 damage though. So could use it for offense or defense. Well, not offense. Right, so you could use it as 2 damage to an enemy, or 2 damage to yourself to deal 3 damage to an enemy. However you wish to do it. Or we can have increase attack by 2 to everyone in the row, but then it gets consumed with the molten dip there. We can also get a charm for 50. So I'm going to buy this because that seems pretty good. This is on sale, so I'll take it. And then I'm going to... Now we could buy a crown. Crowns mean we get to play a character for free at the start. So we could put this on, say, Big Berry, for example. And we would draw him right at the beginning and he'd be played for free. That's why these cost 80. And they only sell the 1. Or we could get a random charm. I think we'll go for a crown. And we will put that on Big Berry. Ah, I see, we have to drag it from here. We'll pop it onto Big Berry. I do like how it's adding all the like blood and gore and berry effects onto the characters as you splatter them. We are going to put him in reserve though at the moment. So if he misses the battle now, he should come back with full strength in the battle afterwards. And that's how we're going to spend all of our cash. And we can now go to the battle. Grumps. When hit, reduce the attacker's damage by 1. So we probably want to hit him. You're probably using the scrappy swords. Or other means. He also hits for 10. Now this Makoko, each turn, he attacks. He starts at 0 damage, but each turn he's around, that's going to go up. We're going to increase Fox's damage here. And that's going to allow us to finish this Makoko off. Now, he's been demonized. So right now, this guy's going to take double damage this turn. Excellent. I also think that what we will do, if we do this, Foxy will also go this turn, I believe. Right. In case you're wondering on Blaze Rock if that'll waste her turn, no. She actually goes to 0, then the turn plays out and it goes from 5 to 4, so we don't lose out on one of those counter tick downs because we used it when she was about to attack, which is quite nice. So we're going to heal up. Now before I play another thing, let's move up to here, I think. So we've got a Pepper Witch. When hit, they will apply 2 spice to all allies within the row. So we don't want to hit them. They only attack for 1, so they're not particularly dangerous. We can leave those be. Grumps is nearly dead, and this guy really needs to be dealt with. Now unfortunately Foxy here has now got -1 damage. Not exactly what we want to see. So we're going to start by using this scrappy sword to kill Grumps. While he's demonized, we can finish him off before it gets too dangerous. Now we don't want this guy snowballing out of control, so well we're going to hit him with a snowball. Now though Foxy isn't currently dealing any damage at the moment, he is covering this thing in snow. Let's place them like that. King Moko. When hit, apply 3 spice to everyone in the battle. Oh, yeah, that is spicy. I'll give that. Right. He has got resist snow, so we can't just stun lock him. We can, however, say do something like hit that with a snow cake, maybe. That's a good idea. Right, these are demonized. But if we hit them, they're just going to spice out of control. So now Moko here. And he hits 5 times. So basically, we don't want him to attack. He needs to be dead. Now, it's going to be a while before the enemy attacks now. We've snowed them all up. What we could do, and it's a bit of a gamble, yeah, it's probably going to kill Demona here. I'm going to sacrifice the totem to try and prevent it, but we're going to just hit King Moko as much as we can. Oh, and I didn't reorganize. Ah, I needed to put Demona over there. I don't think it would have helped. I was hoping that Foxy would just hit King Moko and just obliterate them, but oh well. We'll go back to town. New pets to start each journey with can be unlocked in the pet house. And we've got the inventor's hut. So, welcome to Snowdwell. You can construct new buildings in the town by completing challenges. Check back here after each run to see what you've unlocked. Good, good. Right. So, hit the redraw bell 10 times. So we've unlocked these new challenges now. Hang on. Right, let's go back. We've got a few things to look at here. Daily Voyage. The Daily Voyage is generally more difficult than the main game mode. Each day a new adventure will be generated with random cards and modifiers. All cards, tribes, events and charms are unlocked during the Daily Voyage runs, but you only get one attempt. Interesting. And we've got, what have we got here? Experienced pet trainer, I'm Zoe. I'll be training up little buddies to accompany you on your journeys. So if we call 3 companions, we can get something to go there. Lovely. So at the moment we get a Snoop. Then over here, I guess this is where we unlock the different tribes and factions and things. That's where we'll go if we want to go out on another adventure. And it looks like there's more and more to unlock. Probably going to be something here and there maybe something up there. So that'll be as we go. Thank you very much for watching though. That's going to conclude the first episode of Wildfrost. So I will see you next time for more of this. I'll see you then.